Hi there, my name is Dr. Sarah Wooten, and I am a small animal veterinarian, and I am here with Cats.com to tell you 10 things you need to know before getting a cat. Number 1, cats love routine. So cats love to know when things are going to happen. They like to anticipate what's going to be happening in their environment, and they feel the safest and the happiest when they have a routine. So fed at the same time every day, played with at the same time every day, maybe goes outside with you same time every day, goes to bed at the same time every day. Same kind of things every single day. Those can really help a cat feel safe and settled. And so if you're thinking about getting a cat, think about your routine and think about how you could make that similar for your cat from day to day. Number 2 thing that you need to know about cats before you get one is that many of the stereotypes about cats are actually incorrect. Cats should not be drinking milk. They lack the enzyme to digest milk, and therefore most cats are lactose intolerant. Cats are not low maintenance pets. Yes, they are smaller and often easier to keep, but they need interaction and they need enrichment in their daily life in order to not develop any kind of behavioral disorders. Cats should not play with string or yarn. We see a lot of old-timey photos with cats playing with string or yarn, but actually that's very dangerous for them because if they swallow it, they can develop something called a linear foreign body, which is the ball of string gets all tangled up in their intestines. Life-threatening condition, requires surgery, so they should not play with string or yarn. And cats are good for all people. So we think a lot about cat ladies, right? That's a stereotype. But actually, cats make great pets for men and women and everybody else in between. Okay, the number 3 thing that you should know before getting a cat is that scratching is a normal behavior for cats and is required for both their body health and for their mind health. They need to scratch in order to have their nails be healthy. They also need to scratch to stretch out all the muscles of their body, especially the muscles along their back. So before you get a cat, you need to know that that cat needs to scratch, and declawing is not a good solution. It causes pain and often way more behavioral disorders in cats. So making sure that you have good scratching surfaces that are both horizontal and vertical and lots of different opportunities around your house, and cover that expensive furniture before you get a cat. Okay, number 4. Cats need their own resources in order to feel safe and happy and not stressed. When I say resources, I mean things like litter box, food and water bowls, toys, bedding, resting areas, and toys and cat trees. So if you have multiple cats, each cat needs their own set of resources in different places, so there's not competition for these resources, because that competition causes stress in your cat, and it can cause aggression or litter box problems in your cats. Will you often still see these cats resting together? Yes, but they also need to have the opportunity to go away and use their own stuff if they want. The 5th thing to know about cats before you get them is that they each need their own litter box. And in fact, experts recommend having one more box the number of cats. So if you're getting 1 cat, you need 2 boxes. If you're getting 2 cats, 3 boxes, so on and so forth. And keep those boxes neat and tidy to prevent litter box problems down the road. Number 6, cats need enrichment. So the old thinking was that you could just, throw out some food and leave these guys to go. But what we know now is that these indoor cats are living longer, but they're developing chronic disease and behavioral problems because they're bored and fat. So cats need enrichment. They need opportunities to scratch and engage in other natural behaviors like hunting and climbing. So they need vertical space and they need a lot of scratching. They need opportunities to play by themselves. They also need opportunities to play with you. Most experts say 3 to 4 15-minute play sessions per day because these cats have itty-bitty attention spans, so they won't play very long. Also, cats want to be able to see different things. So taking your cat outdoors in a supervised manner, on a leash or putting them in a catio where they can observe the outdoors. Also a very good thing for them to do, but they need enrichment. And that's a really important thing to think about before you get a cat. Number 7 thing to know about cats is they are not naturally good water drinkers. They tend to not drink enough water, and that's because, again, in the wild, they are mostly desert animals and they get most of their moisture from their prey. So before you get a cat, you need to think about, how can I get this cat to drink more? And we'll talk a little bit about that in one of the following tips that I give you. But it's important to give them moisture in their food, such as in canned food. And then it's also, a lot of cats like drinking out of moving water. So getting a water fountain for those cats and just making sure they're consuming enough water every day for the health of their kidneys, skin, and their entire body. And the number 8 tip also plays into this idea of water consumption, is that cats really should eat a combination of canned and dry food. Dry food is great. It's super convenient. It's super cheap. The problems with it is it's very dry, it doesn't have any moisture, and it's very high often in calories. So cats that consume it, they often get pretty fat. If you add in canned food daily, you're increasing their moisture content. You're usually increasing their protein consumption, and you're definitely diluting down the calories a little bit, because there's so much water in canned food that they're not consuming as much calories with that. So I like all of my patients to eat a combination of both canned and dry. And within that, they should not eat any more than about 250 to 300 calories per day, depending on the size of the cat. Not sure? Ask your veterinarian how many calories per day to feed your cat. The number 9 thing to know about cats is that most of them do enjoy outdoor time. The problem with the outdoors is that it's often filled with a lot of things that can hurt them or make them sick, such as hit by car, dog bites, cat bites, infectious disease, parasites. There's a lot of things outside that can hurt them. So the best way to help your cat enjoy outdoor time is to train them to walk on a leash. No, really, train them to walk on a leash. A lot of cats will walk perfectly fine on a leash, and they can get their outdoor enrichment time and also get exercise. Other easy ways to get their outdoor time is to have a catio where they have an outdoor enclosure where they can sit and, interact with the outdoors, but safely inside an enclosure, or a window box where they can sit and actually engage in the outdoors, but be safely inside a window box. So be thinking about ways that you can help your cat have safe outdoor time and be able to get that enrichment in, so that they stay safe and healthy. The number 10 thing to know is that veterinary bills are expensive. Even yearly preventive maintenance, such as your annual exam, vaccines, deworming, things like spay, neuter, dentistry, all of that stuff, very good, very important, will help your pet live longer, costs a lot of money. So you need to be prepared for that in case your cat becomes sick or injured, or you need to go in for your annual exam, because the saddest thing is when somebody spends all this money on their kitten and all this money on the fun things that give us the dopamine hits, like buying the bedding and the cute color and all the fun stuff from the pet store. It's so fun, right? So much dopamine. But then the problem is, then the cat gets sick from something, they go to the vet. The vet says it's going to be this many $100 or $1,000 to fix, then they don't have the money to pay for the veterinary care, because humans, we're often short-sighted. So before you get a pet, make sure that you can financially care for that pet. Some of the ways to have this money is to open a credit card that's for emergency use only. Don't ever use it unless you need to use it for veterinary bills, or open a line of credit with Care Credit, or try to put away some money in savings so that in case you ever need it, it's there. Or what a lot of people are doing is they're getting pet insurance, which is a wonderful way to be able to afford your veterinary care. And you can get these pet insurances from different levels where it includes everything, including preventive care or just accidents. So look around, but make sure you're financially prepared to care for that pet in the event of illness or injury. So there you have it. Those are the 10 things that I want you to know before you get a pet. And I'm going to sneak in one little bonus thing at the end. One major cause of disease in most of our indoor cats is that they're too fat. Obesity is a major problem. So start from the beginning. Ask your veterinarian how to help your cat stay at a healthy weight so that you can prevent a lot of problems down the road, a lot of chronic diseases and things like that, and keep your pet healthy and happy and pain-free for as long as possible. Are there any things that I missed in this list? Any things that you think people should know before they get a cat? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you like this content, hit subscribe. And that's all I have for this video. So thank you so much for watching.